This is going to change your life. If you're new here, I'm Ye. I'm an artist, a designer. I was a teacher for way too many years to count. And I pretty much just enjoy bringing color to the world and expressing myself through art. I'm kind of new to this whole YouTube planet. And so I'm excited to see what comes of it. If you're looking to grow as an artist or even as a person, this video legit is for you. So I ain't gonna hold you long. We're gonna get right to it. Here are 7 pieces of art advice that I got that changed my life. The first piece of advice is, if you don't know your style, use someone else's. Now, I would caution you because there are always going to be trends in any area of life that people are going to be inclined to follow because of the popularity that comes with it, the success that comes with it. So there are some artists that you're going to see that you really admire their work. I would encourage you to find out what you like about it, especially if you're not really sure about where your voice is right now, and then incorporate that. And as you continue to grow, you'll figure out what your style is. My second piece of advice is consistency looks different for everyone. I see a lot of posts, a lot of videos that say you should be drawing something every day. And maybe that works for you, but maybe every day isn't what consistent schedule would look like for you. Maybe yours is I draw on Sundays. Maybe it's I draw whenever I go to this cafe and I know I go there X amount of times a week. So just keep in mind that your season is not always going to look like someone else's season. Someone else may be in a place where they have a more robust schedule. They may have more refined expectations, and that's okay. But remember, you have to run your own race and be consistent with where you are. And the third, understanding the fundamentals will always put you well ahead of the game. Now, I got this advice fairly recently. You are always going to find artists that you think are dope as heck, that create amazing work, that has the style that you would love to have. And it's super important to remember that the fancy stuff that they create, the intricate stuff that they create, is not because they just know all these complex techniques. It's because they have the firmest grasp of the very fundamental elements of art. Line, they understand value, they understand color. And someone reminded me of that recently. And every time I keep that top of mind as I'm drawing, as I'm painting, my stuff improves basically immediately. So if you're worried about whether or not you're improving because you're not necessarily putting out the same kind of work that they're putting out, I would encourage and remind you, if you are constantly, consistently working on internalizing the fundamentals, you are going to get better. Stop comparing yourself to everybody and realize that the people that are way better artists than you, have a style that you like, those are simply people that know how to use the building blocks well. And in fourth place, who you are in life is who you are as an artist. There's no separation. What the heck do you mean by this, Darby? What I mean is, if you were to pay very close attention to how you interact with your art, your processes, your thinking, your discipline, you would see that you are this person in every other area of your life. Now, if you're noticing you're undisciplined, if you're noticing that you aren't very confident, that's because that's true about you as a person. So I would encourage you to look a little deeper. And I ain't even gonna hold you. This might be the most important one. Number 5, no one is gonna go harder for you than you go for yourself. Look, my guy, G, listen. Nobody has a responsibility of dragging you to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. It is no one else's responsibility to make you believe in the things that you say that you want to do. You have to find a way to position yourself around community that will encourage you and support you, but you have to always keep in mind, I am the only person that lives with me all the time in my body to the day that I die. It's just me. It's very important for you to remember that you are your biggest advocate and you need to be your loudest, most encouraging, sweetest, kindest voice in your ear. And it is not anybody else's responsibility to convince you of the good things about yourself or the things that you want to accomplish. And number 6 on the list, your art isn't you and you aren't your art. I see so many of us place a huge emphasis on art being the thing that defines us, rather than seeing it as an avenue or an opportunity for us to wrestle with the world, for us to wrestle with conversations, for us to have dialogue. Whether or not we realize it, art oftentimes is dialogue. It might be a safe place, it might be an escape, but it should never be something that you see as your sole value or contribution to the world. You are a dope human being. You are meant to be here at the time that you're meant to be here. And whether your art sucks, whether it's great, your value is intact. You are not ever in question of what your value is. You should never be threatened by or wonder whether or not your value is intact, whether you make good decisions, bad decisions. You are a human being. You are valuable. You're wanted here. You're needed here. And so I would encourage you to see that your art is something that you do, something that you enjoy, but it's not who you are. And that will help you on the journey of developing your craft to see that, oh, okay, it's okay if I'm not that great at this. I can continue to get better. Now, at first, I was just going to give y'all 6, but here's the bonus. Say ready so you ain't got to get ready, okay? Now, what the heck do you mean by that? What I mean is opportunity needs to meet preparation. If you are not developing, if you are not working on your craft, you cannot expect for things to go a particular way or for success to come your way. It's super important that the things that you learn, that the skills that you acquire, that you continue to work those things so that they get better. I heard this recently. I don't remember the exact stat, but I heard something to the effect that if you were to practice 16 minutes a day or 18 minutes a day, you would be better than most people in your area. So that would encourage you, girl, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. And if you've made it this far, politely, please subscribe. Thank you all so much. Seriously, every single like, every comment, every new subscriber is just super exciting. And I'm really excited to be in this space with you all. So thank you. And I'll see y'all on the next video.